Get the fastest internet available in North Central Washington by switching to LocalTel and get speeds up to 1,000 meg. Call 888-8888 today or go online to localtel.net.
It's time for NCW Life News on the NCW Life channel. The latest from the Wenatchee Valley and North Central Washington with Steve Hare, Grant Olson, and sports with Eric Granstrom.
Good Monday evening and welcome to NCW Life News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to today's top stories, let's take a quick look outside our weather window and let's head up to the Chelan area. Beautiful Lake Chelan with snow in the mountains and that low cloud deck. That's been our weather scenario over the weekend through most of last week, and we will continue with that for most of this week, but changes are on the way. Not so much of the cloudy conditions, but we will be wetter by the time Friday moves along. We expect fog and low clouds the rest of this week, at least through Thursday. A little bit of sunshine up in the higher elevations, and then that unsettled weather returns this weekend. We could see a rain-snow mix. We could see snow at times, and then just all rain as we warm up by the end of this weekend. And we'll have all those weather details coming up a little bit later on. And now a few of the stories we're following for you tonight. A Bridgeport couple was arrested after a weekend car chase. There's a change of leadership coming to Chelan County Fire District 1, and a former Chelan County Port District Commissioner has died. But first, we begin tonight. A motorhome, fifth wheel, and vehicle were destroyed Sunday in a late afternoon fire in the East Wenatchee area. Crews from Douglas County Fire District 2 and Chelan County Fire District 1 responded around 3 p.m. to the blaze. It was located near a residence on South Nevada Street. Captain Shawn with Douglas County 2 describes the scene.
Well, they arrived to find a fully involved motorhome and a spreading to a car and a fifth wheel motorhome that was also pretty well involved. And they just had one person that said he was in the motorhome when exploded into flames, and he was treated and released by Ballard ambulance, and we extinguished the fire with the assistance of Chelan County 1.
No details yet on the cause or if there were any injuries. Douglas County Sheriff Harvey Jesdahl credits Bridgeport deputies with using remarkable restraint early Sunday morning when dealing with 2 suspects in a stolen vehicle. It happened when a deputy pursued a recklessly driven vehicle into the Douglas County PUD parking lot. When the patrol vehicle pulled up behind the vehicle, it was put into reverse and rammed the deputy's car and then sped off. The chase continued until the suspect car had a flat tire and was forced off the road. The female suspect, 24-year-old Yvonne Lopez Flores of Bridgeport, resisted arrest but is now in custody. A 20-year-old passenger identified as Christopher Rodriguez, also of Bridgeport, was arrested on a DOC warrant. A 55-year-old Soap Lake man was hospitalized after being injured Friday evening by a pipe bomb he was building inside his home. Neighbors near the 100 block of Adrian Avenue Northwest in Lakeview called deputies around 6 p.m. to complain about the sound of fireworks. As deputies were investigating, staff at Ephrata's Columbia Basin Hospital called, reporting that a man had been driven to the emergency room suffering from blast injuries and shrapnel wounds to his right hand and arm. Deputies learned the man had been building and handling a pipe bomb inside his home on the 100 block of Adrian Avenue Northwest when it deteriorated. The man was later flown to a Spokane hospital for treatment. Deputies and the Spokane bomb squad gathered evidence and ensured no other explosive devices were inside that home. The investigation continues. Well, there's a change of leadership coming to Chelan County Fire District 1. It was announced on Friday that Douglas County Fire District 2 Assistant Chief Fire Marshal Brian Brett, he'd been selected to replace Mike Burnett. Burnett is retiring from the department in 2019, and Brett will succeed him starting in July. Brett will serve as deputy chief until then. Burnett told the Wenatchee World that he planned to continue in firefighting as a member of the Pacific Northwest Type 3 Incident Management Team. Brett's position in Douglas County is being filled by Kurt Blanchard. Former Chelan County Port District Commissioner Jim Knapp has died. Knapp died on November 29th at the age of 80. He served for 29 years as a port commissioner, and during that time he helped oversee the development of the Confluence Technology Center. His civic and community involvement included work with the Wenatchee Music Theater and the Wenatchee Valley Chamber of Commerce. Knapp's family plans to have a celebration of his life in the spring. Coming up next, the Eastmont School Board is scheduled to consider a name change for Robert E. Lee Elementary School tonight, and we'll give you an update on the Les Schwab Toy Drive. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching NCW Life News.
Come find your holiday gifts at Antique Mall at Cashmere this holiday season. With 15,000 square feet to explore, Antique Mall at Cashmere has something for everyone, from coin enthusiasts to avid collectors. For do-it-yourselfers, this is the place to find your next repurposing project. What a great way to make your holiday gifts for someone special, using your keen eye to make something old and new again. Discover your next holiday gift in the Antique Mall at Cashmere. Stop on by today.
Having a relationship with your pediatrician is so important. Feeling that sense of trust, that is priceless. I tell everybody about CBCH. I love it there. When I make an appointment, I don't have to take an entire day off. As a working mom, my life is really busy. Family time is everything. That's what we all work towards. And I feel like CBCH respects that.
Hi, I'm Blair from Works, your workout prescription. Have you ever started an exercise program and struggled to keep it going? So what if I told you that with this MyZone device, I could increase your chances of self-motivated exercise adherence by over 200%. Combine that with an exercise prescription specifically for your level of readiness, we'll increase it even more. And that's our new member success system. It's $99, it's exclusively at Works. It includes your MyZone belt. Works, yourworkoutrx.com.
In other news, the Eastmont School Board is scheduled to consider a name change for Robert E. Lee Elementary School when it meets tonight. Some district residents have requested dropping the name due to its links to the Confederacy and perceived racist connotations. Superintendent Garn Christensen will reportedly recommend changing the name of the school to simply Lee Elementary. Tonight's meeting starts at 5:30 at the library at Kenroy Elementary School. Career Connect NCW, North Central Washington, a collaboration of organizations including Wenatchee's School District, received full funding of an $854,540 grant to support career-connected learning and youth-registered apprenticeships. The grant was awarded by Career Connect, a Washington statewide public-private partnership founded by Governor Jay Inslee that supports career-connected learning in order to prepare the workforce with the 21st century skills that employers need. The Career Connect NCW partnership includes organizations in Chelan, Douglas, Grant, Okanagan, and Adams counties. The Chelan-Douglas County segment will receive $400,000 and includes Wenatchee School District, SkillSource, WorkSource, Wenatchee Valley College, the Apple STEM Network, and Chelan County PUD as business champion. Douglas County Deputy Prosecutor Gordon Edgar is looking to advance to the top job next year. Edgar is filed as a candidate for the position of county prosecutor with the Washington State Public Disclosure Commission. Edgar, whose full name is Walter Gordon Edgar, is a graduate of Brigham Young University, and he received his law degree from Northwestern School of Law at Lewis and Clark College. He was a former deputy prosecutor with Chelan County prior to his current position with the Douglas County Prosecutor's Office. The county's current prosecutor, Steve Clem, has not announced if he plans to run for re-election. NCW Life's Eric Grantstrom spent part of his weekend covering the Les Schwab Toy Drive. Sunday's activities included building bicycles. Here's the story.
Over 30 people showed up Sunday morning at Sangster Motors for the bike build. Chad Sangster says why they got involved.
Les Schwab, is a big part of the community and what they do. And Kirk actually came to us and told us what he was wanting to do for this, and we're like, absolutely, we're on board. Anything that Kirk's going to head up, we'll be involved with for sure. So.
Well, it's one thing to offer out. I know you guys donated $2,000, but to open up your shop to do the bike build and be extra involved, it must have touched you guys somehow as a family to want to do a little bit more.
Well, I think this time of year, we're kind of like Kirk. This time of year, we want to see kids that don't get an opportunity to have something. That's really what's important.
It's been pretty nice of what Sanctuaries has done and contributed to this whole event. They've given a $2,000 cash donation. They've opened up their shop to put over 110 bikes together. It's been very, very impressive.
Wenatchee Valley Velos stepped up to make sure each child who receives a bike stays safe.
I went to the board of directors, we jumped all over it, and Evan Plews from Ridge Cycle Sports contacted Cali Bike Helmets down there in California, and they said, hey, we'll make you a hell of a deal on these, and away we go. So each child, each kid, when they open up a bike on Christmas morning, will get a helmet that will fit them, will protect them. They can go out there and keep themselves safe.
100 bicycles, 10 scooters, certainly going to make sure children in our valley have a Merry Christmas. With NCW Life Channel News, I'm Eric Grandstrom.
Thank you, Sanctuary Motors!
And thank you to everyone that's donated. You're watching NCW Life News. Coming up next, your sports update, followed by today's feature story. That and much more still to come on NCW Life News. Stay with us.
Travel enhances your life in every way. Let the travel professionals at Journey Travel and Tours help you plan that dream vacation. Don't leave the important details to those nameless, faceless online agencies. At Journey Travel and Tours, our goal is to build relationships that last a lifetime. And when you do need help, we have a 24-hour helpline that is routed to one of the agents in our office. When you think travel, think Journey Travel and Tours. It's where your journey begins. Like us on Facebook, and you could be one of our monthly winners.
Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house, featuring great family dining in downtown Chelan. We've got burgers, pub fare, and the best barbecue around. Try one of our award-winning sauces made fresh here in-house. So grab the whole gang and come on down. Stormy Mountain Brewing. Beer, barbecue, friends, and beer.
Hi, I'm Cordell Schroeder, owner of East Wenatchee Mobile Storage.
If you're thinking about making a move anytime soon, check out the East Wenatchee Mini Storage brand new mobile storage service. They drop it off at your location, you pack it, and they pick it up and store it in their protected warehouse at East Wenatchee for as long as you need. When you're ready, they'll drop it off at your new home or office. East Wenatchee Mini Storage is excited to offer this brand new service to our region.
Call 509-884-8643 or find us on the web at ewministorage.com.
And now it's a sports update on the NCW Life Channel.
Well, a happy Monday. Let's take a look at the Les Schwab Prep scoreboard from Friday night. First of all, girls basketball. NCW Life Channel cameras were rolling as Eastmont and Wenatchee met in the litter box game at Eastmont High School. I was along with Grant Olson with the play-by-play as Allie Hallberg led the Panther team, while Emily DeFore was dominant inside for the Wildcats.
Allie Hallberg, she'll stop and pop from the corner. It's good. Goes left side with it to O'Rourke. Now to Vaughn, inside, turnaround shot for good by DeFore. Shoots it from 15, but there's DeFore, offensive rebound, put back, foul, and she'll get the and one. Stops, feeds over to Sugg, gets it back, gonna shoot the long three-pointer, good! And she's fouled, count the bucket, and one. Passed over to Cox, outside, here's a long three, good! No, two-pointer by DeFore. 2 with 1, Eastmont's gonna celebrate as the Wildcats beat the Panthers in our first game here tonight, 61-52.
DeFore finished with 17 points for Eastmont, while Hallberg had a game-high 24 for Wenatchee. Wildcats snapped a 9-game Panther winning streak in the series with the win. Also on Friday in girls basketball, Okanagan topped Chelan. It was Kashmir falling on the road to Zilla despite the 34 points from Haley Van Lith. Turning to the Les Schwab boys basketball scoreboard from Friday. Well, we start things off. The Wenatchee Panthers' Darius Carlson started strong, scoring Wenatchee's first 8 points as the Panthers cruised to a 67-42 victory over Eastmont. I was with Grant Olson for that call here as well on the NCW Life Channel.
Spins around, now drives to the basket, fakes to the wing, puts it up off the glass and good. Right behind the back dribble into the key, nice shovel pass. Carlson underneath, it's up and good. Carlson, triple team there. Carlson just jumps over everybody, up and in. Garrett Smith with Carlson all over him. Smith's gonna take it to the basket, nicely done, up and good. Wow. The big fella with the big move. Kicks it back out to Riggin, who's gonna drive, a layup is good. Into the ball game is Jacob Seal, a 6'2 senior. There's Riggin, fall away, good. Underneath the shot, taken, no good, put back, up and in by Vanderpool is good, and he will score 3 points tonight, and that's the ball game.
Also on Friday in boys basketball, Zilla beat Kashmir 64-52 as Okanagan chewing up Chelan, and Tonasket topped Manson. Turning the page to Saturday on the Les Schwab Prep scoreboard. We start things off on the boys' side. Ferris whipped up on Wenatchee. Eastmont edged Meade. Kashmir caught LaSalle by 10. Etiat shellacked Chelan, and it was Manson mauling Waterville Mansfield. On the girls' slate Saturday, Wenatchee rebounded from the Eastmont loss to down Ferris. Etiat clobbered Chelan. Kashmir girls got back on the winning track with a win over LaSalle, and Omak opted for a win over Cascade. Other prep action on Saturday. Back to the Les Schwab scoreboard we go. And Eastmont won the Tower Classic in girls bowling over the weekend in Tacoma, while Wenatchee took 5th. Eastmont boys finished 3rd at the Inland Empire Tournament, while Flora Morrow was a champion for the Eastmont girls at the Warden Invite. And in boys swimming and diving, Wenatchee finished 1st at the Walla Walla Invite on Saturday. The Wenatchee Wild went 1-1 north of the border over the weekend. Despite falling behind early, Wenatchee scored 5 unanswered goals Friday in a 7-4 win over Merritt. Things looked pretty good Saturday early. At Prince George, as the Wild scored 3 first-period goals, but the Spruce teams came all the way back to win at 4-3. Wenatchee hosts Salmon Arm Friday and Saturday at the Town Toyota Center. Seahawks lost an ugly one in Jacksonville Sunday to the Jaguars by a score of 30-24. Jackson rolled up 156 yards rushing and scored 21 third-quarter points to build a big 27-10 lead. Seattle came back on touchdown passes of 61 yards from Russell Wilson to Paul Richardson in the fourth quarter, followed by a 74-yard touchdown pass from Wilson to Tyler Lockett with 3:42 left. The game ended with some ugly exchanges, however. A flag for Michael Bennett, an ejection for Quentin Jefferson, who on his way out of the stadium was pelted with beer and Gatorade. He decided to try to get up into the crowd. Well, we hear today nothing but fines for Seahawk players. We were worried about maybe some ejections leading to suspensions, but no suspensions for anybody in that game yesterday. Thankfully, though, Seattle just a game behind LA in the NFC West. The Rams lost to Philadelphia 43-35, so LA 9-4, Seahawks 8-5. And the two teams will meet this Sunday at CenturyLink Field. Also Sunday, San Francisco and Arizona picked up wins. It was the Cardinals downing Tennessee 12-7. San Francisco with a 26-16 win over Houston. That's sports news. I'm Eric Grandstrom on the NCW Life Channel. Grant, back to you.
Thank you, Eric. The Snowy Owl Family Christmas Show wrapped up its weekend run on Saturday night with a sold-out performance at the Snowy Owl Theater in Leavenworth. Dan Kuntz was there and has the story.
Over 35 local actors, singers, and musicians took to the stage for the fast-paced and oftentimes hilarious show. This year's theme, A Bavarian Christmas, told the tale of 5 teenagers in their search for the Christmas spirit. The story was interwoven with old-time radio commercials and numerous holiday songs. Tia Ning LaFleur and Chloe Millard of East Wenatchee sang Winter Wonderland.
In the meadow we can build a snowman and pretend that he's Parson Brown. He'll say, are you married? We'll say, no, man, but you can do the job while you're in town later on.
The Snowy Owl Family Christmas Show will be telecast in its entirety in the days leading up to Christmas right here on the NCW Life Channel. I'm Dan Kuntz, NCW Life News.
Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night.
We'll be back in just a moment with a recap of some of today's stories and your complete local weather forecast right after this.
At Local Myth Pizza, we believe in real food, freshly prepared with only premium ingredients. Our cheeses are imported from Italy. Our sauces, dressings, and even our sausages are made in-house fresh daily. featuring Northwest craft beers and 30 Chelan Valley wines and ciders. Family fun and amazing food. Eat local, drink local, and be local at Local Myth Pizza.
Come see why Sunset Magazine says you can't beat Local Myth Pizza.
Lake Chelan mailboxes find solutions and the best price for all your shipping needs, including UPS, FedEx, and the U.S. Postal Service. We offer a variety of services including quality copies of all sizes, faxing, scanning, sending and receiving email, laminating, and notarizing. Enjoy browsing through our large selection of greeting cards. Lake Chelan Mailboxes supports our military, fire victims, and our community.
See us at the Plaza in Chelan for all your holiday needs.
Hey, this is Justin at Club Crow Bar and Grill reminding you it's your place for famous blues, brews, and barbecue. We are your one-stop bar and grill, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week. Jam sessions and live bands playing a wide range of music. If pool tables or pull tabs are more your thing, we have you covered. Enjoy the fun and food at Club Crow Bar and Grill in Cashmere. Stop on by today.
Time now for a recap of some of our top stories. A motorhome, a fifth wheel, and vehicle were destroyed Sunday in a late afternoon fire in the East Wenatchee area. Crews from Douglas County Fire District 2 and Chelan County Fire District 1 responded. That was around 3 p.m. to the blaze located near a residence on South Nevada Street. Captain Shawn Clark with Douglas County 2 describes the scene.
Well, they arrived to find a fully involved motorhome and a spreading to a car and a fifth wheel motorhome that was also pretty well involved. And they just had one person that said he was in the motorhome when it exploded into flames, and he was treated and released by Ballard ambulance, and we extinguished the fire with the assistance of Chelan County 1.
No details yet on the cause of that fire or if there were any injuries. Douglas County Sheriff Harvey Jesdahl credits Bridgeport deputies with using remarkable restraint early Sunday morning when dealing with 2 suspects in a stolen vehicle. It happened when a deputy pursued a recklessly driven vehicle into the Douglas County PUD parking lot. When the patrol vehicle pulled up behind the vehicle, it was put into reverse and rammed the deputy's car and then sped off. The chase continued until the suspect car had a flat tire and was forced off the road. The female suspect, 24-year-old Yvonne Lopez Flores of Bridgeport, resisted arrest but is now in custody. A 20-year-old passenger identified as Christopher Rodriguez, also of Bridgeport, was arrested on a DOC warrant. Well, there's a change of leadership coming to Chelan County Fire District 1. It was announced on Friday that Douglas County Fire District 2 Assistant Chief Fire Marshal Brian Brett has been selected to replace Mike Burnett. Burnett is retiring from the department in 2019, and Brett will succeed him starting in July. Brett will serve as Deputy Chief until then. Burnett told the Wenatchee World that he planned to continue in firefighting as a member of the Pacific Northwest Type 3 Incident Management Team. Brett's position in Douglas County is being filled by Kurt Blanchard. Clovis Point Intermediate School was the venue for this weekend's regional Legos Robotics Tournament. The annual event pits students from around North Central Washington in a judge competition, with the winners advancing to the state finals. The Wenatchee Valley Museum, in partnership with Apple STEM, First Washington, Guada, the Rutherford family, and the Eastmont School District co-hosted the inaugural event. Ahead of the tournament, student teams developed their individual robots based on the Lego EV3 Mindstorm system. The robots are designed and programmed to address specific challenges issued by First Lego League national contest organizers. And now your weather forecast for North Central Washington. Let's take a look out our weather window before we get to the details of that. And what we saw today is pretty much what we've had for the past week, maybe even close to 2 weeks now, as we take a look at nighttime at Lake Chelan and some snow in the mountains there. As I mentioned at the top of the newscast, a very low cloud deck, and we will continue to see that throughout our week. That strong area of high pressure will stay in place through at least Thursday, which will continue to bring north central Washington low clouds and patchy fog as our main weather driver. The mountains will remain mild, mostly clear and dry through the week, with some icy spots over area passes. Take a look at the screen, and our satellite loop is showing the blocking high pressure, keeping that massive area of low pressure at bay, at least for now. That large ridge of high pressure finally breaks down on Thursday, ushering in a wintry mix of precipitation that'll be late Thursday night, where we could even see freezing rain into Friday morning. By the time the weekend rolls around, our chance for a rain-snow mix goes up to 60% on Saturday, with a 40% chance for snow Saturday night. We also have a 50% chance of mainly rain on Sunday, with above normal temperatures expected beginning Friday and climbing into the lower 40s by the end of the weekend. Here's a look at your forecast now, and tonight we will drop down to a little bit better overnight low of 32 degrees. Not much change in our temperature though, only 33 Tuesday, 33 once again on Wednesday, and we'll stay right at about the freezing mark on Thursday at 32. We have clouds in those 4 days, but we could see patchy fog, so keep that in mind, especially in the morning and evening hours, maybe even a peek at the sun during the afternoon. Then we will see a little bit of sun Friday before that system moves in. That'll increase our chances for precip on Friday night and especially on Saturday and Sunday this weekend. As I mentioned though, the good news, we will warm up. 41 our high temperature on Saturday, and our high as we end the weekend on Sunday will be at 43 degrees. Well, the community of Bridgeport said goodbye last week to a longtime sheriff's deputy. A celebration was held at the Bridgeport City Council chambers for Deputy Gary Cooper. Cooper's hanging up his badge after serving for 32 years. We wanted to close out this evening's newscast by sharing Deputy Cooper's final radio call.
DL-14 Rivercom.
DL-14, go ahead.
I'll be officially out of service. Thanks for everything.
Deputy Gary Cooper on behalf of the Douglas County Sheriff's Office, Rivercom Dispatch, and the citizens of Douglas County. We thank you for your 32 and a half years of service. We have served your community with honor, pride, courage, and integrity, the cornerstone elements to our profession. You have laughed, cried, fought, bled, suffered, and loved with your partners in blue. It is a privilege that today we announce your tour has concluded. Let us, your brothers and sisters, continue to carry on that tradition of service. Good night, good luck, and may peace be with you. DO-14 is out of service. Let it down.
That was pretty good.
And all of us at the NCW Life channel would like to congratulate Deputy Cooper. If you have a video of the day you'd like to see on NCW Life News, message us on our Facebook page at the NCW Life channel. And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around north central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-NCWL. That's 888-6295. Also, make sure you tune into the NCW Life channel tomorrow morning for Wake Up Wenatchee Valley with host Dan Kuntz and all of today's news with Steve Hare. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks for joining us. Have a great night.
This has been NCW Life News on the NCW Life channel. For more news, log on to ncwlife.com, like us on Facebook, and follow NCW Life channel on Twitter.
Thursday night, hockey night on the NCW Life channel. It all begins at 7 o'clock with a call of the Wild and Clarkie's Corner. Then it's non-stop hockey action with the voice of the Wild, Arch Ecker. Join us as the Wild battle the rest of the BCHL. Thursday night is hockey night on the NCW Life channel.
What's with Courtney? Oh, everybody at Apple Valley Honda knows she loves Christmas.
You're going to love the HRV and our lifetime warranty. And doesn't the color remind you of Christmas? Yeah, I love Christmas. It's the most magical time of year. I help put people in Hondas, some of the safest vehicles on the road. It makes me feel like Santa. Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas!
Hi, my car's making a funny noise.
Not a problem. We'll take care of you.
Global Car Care's technicians are ASE Master Techs and well versed in the more refined methods of vehicular diagnostics.
Number 3 piston and rings have a slight loss of compression, down to 108 pounds. Your transmission is slipping. You're gonna need a service.
Looks like you're all set.
These guys? They're good.
Oh, and your spare is flat.
Global Car Care, Wenatchee's top shop.
For all the latest news in North Central Washington, go to ncwlife.com or find us on Facebook. Got a news tip? Email us at news@ncwlife.com or call 888-2020.